Namaskar, good morning and welcome to CIET NCERT's live and interactive program ULLAS. My name is Deepak Mishra and this is our Nav Bharat Saksharta program. As you know that every Wednesday we bring you this program on 11 a.m. and this is a 30 minutes live program from 11 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. And this program is brought to you by CIET NCERT and we would like to give credit to Department of School Education and Literacy Ministry of Education. So हमारी कोशिश ये रहती है कि ऐसे लोग जिनकी आयु 15 वर्ष या उससे अधिक है और किसी कारणवश वो पढ़ नहीं पाए हैं, शिक्षा हासिल नहीं कर पाए हैं, तो इस कार्यक्रम के ज़रिए हम उन्हें अलग अलग विषयों पर शिक्षित करते हैं ताकि वो अपने दैनिक जीवन में शिक्षा की मदद से आगे बढ़ सके. So during this entire session, if you want to reach us, connect us, you can just write us an email. We also do have a dedicated email ID. It is cncl.ncert@yahoo.com. And apart from that, you can also connect us and reach us during this live program on YouTube. We also do have a YouTube channel by the name NCERT Official. During this program, you can just visit the comment section, live chat box, comment section on YouTube and ask your questions, give your suggestions and your feedbacks, and you can just reach us. So let's begin this session. Today's topic in ULLAS is very important. As you know that ULLAS means understanding of lifelong learning for all in society. And topic for today's ULLAS session is very interesting. That is foundational literacy and numeracy through critical life skills. So for this session, for this online training program, we are joined by today's special guest. Let me introduce her. Her name is Miss Yachana Gupta ma'am. She is Senior Consultant at Cell for National Center for Literacy NCERT. Yachana ma'am, very good morning, namaskar.
Very good morning, namaskar to everyone.
So ma'am, I remember last Wednesday we learned a lot of things under the umbrella theme foundational literacy and numeracy. And today we will be learning a lot of things. We will be discussing about critical life skills. And I think it is one of the important part in our life, in our day-to-day life. Ma'am, what do you think? How will you explain this thing to our viewers, to our learners, and why it is important?
Okay. So, as we already talked about critical life skill in our previous session, I would like to draw your attention on the PPT that I have. The first thing that I really want you to repeat and keep the focus on, that definition of literacy. When we are talking about literacy, it's the ability to read, write and compute with comprehension, that is to identify numbers, to identify letters, to understand what is written, to interpret what is there on the text, what is they are trying to explain, and to create their own thoughts, their own views after analyzing and understanding it. And then using the part of critical life skills, that is digital literacy, financial literacy, health and hygiene and components like that. So, critical literacy in itself is a big gamut, and we already shared with you what we have in critical life skills. As I already shared in the last session, we have a health and hygiene component, we have digital literacy, financial literacy, and we have other components such as you may say that problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, how when you are in a situation where you really need to think through and get out of that situation, you need to move out of that situation, how you are going to get that scenario solved or resolved. So, these critical life skills actually help us to get through such situation, to overcome the hurdles we face in our daily life, right?
Okay.
Now, let's see that what all we have developed in CNCL specifically to learners that are adults and learners those who are age group of 15 and above. So, what we have developed for these people are print and non-print both material. In print, we have storybooks, we have booklets that actually based on critical life skills. Then in non-print format, we do have audio programs as well as video programs such as animated films based on critical life skill, and some more will be developed in this year. You will get to access all these material through CNCL website as well as NCERT official YouTube channel through ULLAS playlist. All these material anyone who want to see what all we have, who want to use it, be it a volunteer or a learner, can access all these material through these two areas and websites. Now let's move on the other component that I was trying to explain, that in storybooks we have 27 Indian languages and the storybooks are 14 storybooks based on digital literacy, financial literacy, electoral literacy, environmental literacy and entrepreneurship. All these components we tried to accomplish the successful stories that we can come up, a situation where a learner or a person is in and how they resolve that situation, how they come up with the use of critical life skill and get the better idea, the better solution for themselves, get the best what they should have in their life. So these stories are actually motivating as well as giving learners a way through that in any situation they can come out, or maybe they are not finding their potential, they are not seeing their capabilities. Whatever we have, maybe we are very good in painting, but we are finding it just in habit, but it's not. It's more than that. How we can utilize our potential, our capabilities, that we need to work on and that we need to look upon. So these stories are actually giving us that insights, that how and why we need to focus on such areas and possibilities that we can see, the opportunities we can have in our life. Another component that I need to talk about is that we have disaster management booklets, informative booklets that are available in 3 languages, Hindi, Urdu and English. All these material are available on CNCL website as well as available on NCERT official YouTube channel. Print you will be able to get through NCERT and CNCL website only. Audio videos you will be able to access through YouTube channel, that is NCERT official YouTube channel. We do have audio programs in 23 languages where we try to incorporate critical life skills, and a few of them are there in Hindi and in other regional languages to support the languages as well as to provide the big comment that you may say that there are learners, those who are speaking different languages and need to cover those areas, the states and the UTs, those who maybe you may say that there are people, those who are speaking Bengali, there are people, those who are speaking Tamil, those who are speaking Marwari or those who are speaking Marathi. We are trying to accommodate as much language as we can to develop our material, to translate our material and to support states and UTs to develop and adopt and adapt our material so that they can have their learners to use them. Now another component that I would like to share, and that is the may say that it's a very best out of all these things, that is animated films. We have 23 languages animated films. We already developed 10 these are 10 films, and in 23 languages these films has been translated. So you can access them through our website and YouTube official channel as well. We have in English, Assamese, Gujarati, Kashmiri, Bodo and other languages. So these are the small I gave you the small glimpse about the work that we have done till now in CNCL. Okay. And in today's session I might use one story so that we can see how we are going to utilize a storybook based on critical life skill to learn or to make our learner understand and learn language and literacy.
I think, ma'am, this is one of the very important things which you are telling, and I'm very happy after listening this that the viewers and the learners who are watching this program live, or might be they will be watching this program after this live session, after this program, there are like animated films as well, and in 23 Indian sign languages, Indian languages,
yeah.
And apart from that also we have like storybooks in 27 Indian languages, and they are including like digital, financial, entrepreneurship storybooks. So I think this could help in a lot of manner to all our viewers. So ma'am, shall we start with the story, one of the story? I'm happily excited for that.
Okay, so let's start with our story. So today's story is Let's Save Our Rivers. Now with the help of my storybook, I would like to give you what it is all about and how we are going to share the story. So the story is about a girl, Shreya. Shreya lived in a small village. A river ran through the village on the banks of which she often spent her time playing and fishing with friends. One day, while playing on the river bank, Shreya saw something strange in the river. Baba, she asked, what is that flowing in the river? Her father replied, factories are dumping their waste into the river. What kind of waste? She asked. The leftover things that are no longer in use are dumped into the river by factories. This is not only pollutants the river water that pollutes the river water, but also makes it hard for fish and other river animals to survive. Besides, people also fall ill by drinking this water. Shreya said, so we will ask the factory owners not to dump the waste in the river. Father said, why will they listen to us, dear? But if this continues, our river will become even more polluted. Shreya said, I will save the river. We have to protect river water from getting dirty, otherwise all the fish will die and we will all get sick too. A friend of her asked, but what can we do? We can talk to all the people in the village and take their help. Other friends said, yes, let's talk to everyone. They reached to their local people. Who is it? I am Shreya. The river water is getting very dirty. So what can I do about this? Please listen to us once. And nobody listened to them. Nobody listened to us. What shall we do now? I can't see the river getting dirty. I will definitely do something. I remember Didi had said that writing letters can help bring change. So she started writing letters to different people, chief ministers and other people, to raise the concern as well as to show them what is happening. I hope this letter will definitely bring change. Soon many people from the village started falling ill. Brother, please give me the medicine for cold and fever. Rachna dear, who is unwell at home? Hello uncle, Rishabh is not well. Did he eat something unusual? No uncle, the doctor said that this has happened due to drinking contained water. Oh, you know, in the last few days, many people from the village have fallen ill after drinking this contaminated water. We should have listened to Shreya earlier. It's too late. They all reached to Shreya. The entire village is falling ill after drinking contaminated river water. Now we will also support you, Shreya. We have understood how important it is to save the river. All right, then let's all start a petition campaign together. Save the river. They all join hands. Pradhan uncle, please take this and help us save our river. They composed a letter and sent it to collector. Upon receiving the order, the factory owner installed a machine to clean the polluted water in the village river. Soon the garbage was collected with machines and the river water became clean. We promised to dispose of the factory waste properly and not pollute the river water. Baba, look, the river has become clean. I am proud of you, Shreya. You have saved our river. And that's how they reach to the save river and the best they can get.
Wow. Ma'am, this story is really, it is very small story, but it gives a very huge message, a beautiful message. The Shreya, a little girl who used to enjoy in her life, who used to stay near river. And the moment she see that the river is getting polluted by the waste material, the factory owners are just dumping their waste material in the river. So she take the initiatives, she take the responsibility to clean river. So this gives a very good message that we should also, being a human being, it's our responsibility and we should take the responsibility as initiative to bring change for something positive in society.
Very true. And it's a very, important thing to understand and see that many times we feel that whatever is happening is not at all related to us, or what is happening is someone else's business, why we are supposed to take care of it. But sooner or later you understand, or you will see that it is also impacting ourselves, our life. Having a dump near our house, even in our locality, a waste dump is going to affect you sooner or later in your life. So we need to be careful about, very conscious about the fact that it is not just about someone else's duty. It is our duty, being a citizen, being a human being, that whatever we are taking from our mother earth, nature, we need to preserve that. The next generation is even going to have less amount of resources that we have utilized. What are we going to give them? So it's a very beautiful story that is actually trying to explain that a small girl's effort can bring a change. Even though in the first conversation with the family or the neighbors, nobody actually give any importance, or they never listened to her and her friends. But later on, when they were facing issues, people were getting ill, they actually understand that the little girl was making a point and we never thought about it. And now we actually need to work, we actually need to solve this problem, and how, being a community, we can work together. And another important fact is that working alone and working within a community make a lot of change. Being a single worker, I might not be able to bring many changes, or if I was looking to clean my surroundings, I was looking to clean my community, my neighborhood, I might need many people. And if I have a community support, that will stay for longer hours, because then consciousness will be there, and I don't have to be only mindful about my acts. I will be promoting that consciousness through my act, that being mindful of cleanliness, being mindful of cleaning our space is important to one and for all.
Ma'am, as you told previously that there are like 14 different story books and they are available in 27 Indian languages. So I think India is a very big country and we have different states where the different languages have been spoken. There is a different culture. If you go to Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Uttar Pradesh, in northern India. So I think this languages and this story books can definitely help our viewers and our learners who want to actually learn something from the storybooks. So ma'am, can you define more in-depth insights about this storybooks, as you told that there are financial, digital, electoral and entrepreneurship storybooks as well?
Yeah, so there are stories based on these topic that you already mentioned. There are stories based on entrepreneurship skills, that if there is a lady who know how to weave or how to create a beautiful painting using the threads and the needle and threads on a carpet or on any fabric that she is using. She was taking it as a habit or as a hobby, but her friend gave an idea that if you really want to utilize it as an employment opportunity, how you can use a digital platform or a digital medium to take your hobby, your passion towards weaving and creating these beautiful things, and you can earn through it. So this is one example of entrepreneurship. You have another story where there was a village and only women's are there in that village on a particular day, and there was a huge fire that came across and they were unable to understand how to stop it. Then they thought about it. They came with an idea that they will start the pump, what they need, what are the tools that they require to use pump, and how they can spread water to stop the fire. So these are some areas where you can see that if you think through and you will be calm in a particular situation, you will be able to see, you will be able to understand that there are solutions and how you can resolve such problem.
Well, I think ma'am, it can help our viewers and our learners who already watch the ULLAS sessions every week on Wednesday. And apart from learning the basic numeracy under the umbrella theme, foundation literacy, we had learned previously, we had learned a lot of things, especially how to watch calendars, how to watch time, how this weeks and dates and months are important in our life. And then after, we also came to know that different things, how this actually work and how can we take the advantage of these things. And today, under the same umbrella theme, we have been learning the special things. Ma'am has given a beautifully good message that this textbooks, the storybooks especially, this storybooks can help a lot. Ma'am, what additionally you would like to add on to this program, the viewers who are watching this, how more they can get benefited?
Sure. So, I was trying to explain you the critical life skill component. Now, we need to understand with the book, a storybook that is based on critical life skill, how we can inculcate or how we can support language learning. So, let us look at this PPT again. We can bring questions, we can bring a lot of question or discussion on the story. For example, I would like to ask you this question: what do you like about the story and why?
Well, ma'am, I think after reading and just listening to this story, the first thing which I personally liked about the story, that the girl named Shreya, she has the inspiration, she has that courage, and she have that responsibility, admire that I have to bring change in society for something good. Sometimes oftenly we think that bringing this particular change will not affect personally me or my family, but indirectly in future it might create a problem for you or for our society. So being a human being, it's our responsibility to bring change in our nation and our society. And second thing, that we have to take always certain steps, because the moment she told her father, and then she went to different people in the villages asking to bring change to support her. The people were not listening to her actually, but she didn't stop there. She kept trying on, and finally what result came was absolutely good.
True. So, this is a one question that may help you to engage with your learner and may help you to understand where your learners are or what they like about the story. There may be a connection with their life. So, such question will give us an idea that how we can connect with our learners. It can also help us to break the ice between our learners and us. Now, I would like to ask you another question. Can you think of any other title for the story?
Well, there could be, ma'am, many names we can give to this story, and might be the viewers and the learners who are watching this program, they would be also wondering and thinking that what title we can give to this story.
Sure.
So I'll request once again the viewers, learners, might be the trainers. If you're watching this program, you can just go ahead on our official YouTube channels by the name NCERT Official, and you can write down your answers. You can give your suggestion once again, and NCERT Official YouTube channel. Ma'am, what I think after listening to the story, the good title which is coming in my mind, we can give title like Our Health, Our Ecosystem.
Very nice. And there can be any other title as well. Whosoever wants to focus on what area, we need to understand that fact. And it also helped me to come up with few letters, a few words. Now, it's a very good exercise when you are dealing with learners within a language scenario. When we are talking in a sentence mode, we heard a story, how we are going to summarize and how we understand that giving a title must match with what we have heard or what we were reading. So, that's how you can come up with a very good activity in language learning. Another question that I would ask is, did you ever face any cleanliness related concerns in your neighborhood, and how you were able to come up with that? Did you do anything to solve the issue? Was there anything that was there related to Shreya's problem? So, there are many questions that we can ask our learners to raise with so that they can understand when there is a problem, they can talk about it, they can raise the questions regarding that problem or that scenario or that particular situation, and they might get solution with their peers, with their neighborhood friends or their friends, and they might come up with a better solution, right?
Exactly.
So, this is a one you can say activity that will help us to enhance language vocabulary and learning new words that are there in another's vocabulary that we can pick, and that's how language learning happens, right? Now let's move on to another component, that how the story can help us in letters and sound association that we talk about, letter sound association that we make. So you just gave me a few words that was repeatedly coming in the story. Can you identify a few?
Obviously, the name of girl who was
Exactly.
very smart, her name was Shreya.
Shreya.
That was the word coming again and again. Then we learned that the name river.
River,
Because
yeah.
it's very important part of story. So
True.
river is the word which was coming again and
Repeatedly,
again.
yeah. There was water, there was contaminated water that was again and again used, pollution, factory. These were the words that was actually repeatedly coming in the story. So if my learner is not aware how to read, but when a particular letter or a word is coming again and again, I will be able to associate that water, this is the word water, it's W-A-T-E-R. I might not be able to read it, or I might not be able to formulate a total word, but I will be able to connect with the sound if I was not able to read. So for the first step, if I was able to understand letter, I will able to recognize that this is W letter and it's finishing at R, then it's a water. How many letters are there? I might be able to connect with that. Slowly, when you will be able to recognize the words, you will be start reading them. So familiarity with letter and words will help us to make aware, remember those words and make the memory that this is the word that we were reading in the story. So that's how we build the connection, and that's how we bring the vocabulary enhancement in language learning. You can pick any word. You can start with river, you can start with water, you can start with illness. How many words, letters are there? Let's try to understand what were the sound in that letter. So I was the sound associated with this letter. L, and then it's coming to ill. Now we need to understand one more factor, that there are many words that we have in our story. What all we need to focus on, what we want our learners to keep the focus, we need to pick those words. For example, there is a question in the word village, how many sounds can you identify? So can you please tell me how many sounds are there in the word village?
Well, it's starting with letter V.
V,
and
yeah.
then I, L, and A, G, E. So completely as I can read and understand what is the spelling of village word. So
Exactly.
it's starting with V, ending with E, and village in Hindi we call it gaon.
Gaon. So I might not be able to read the whole word village, but I will be able to associate with the word V, village, and I and double L. You already had an ill. So you will be able to connect that V and I double L, they gave me ill was there, now will. So how we are going to combine letters and coming to the sentence and words, that is going to be a task for our learners, and they will slowly and gradually start to read on their own. The independent reading will come like that only. So there were a few other questions where you can ask your learners to identify how many sounds are there, and you can ask them how many letters they can identify within a particular word. Now let's move on to the other task that we have. That is very important task. We usually forget that it is not from letter to word. You have to understand, when we are with adults or with children, they start learning a language in a full form, whole language. You don't start telling a child to start speaking A letter sound. So you will only speak with the child with A letter sound, that today we are going to teach them A. It's not like that. You speak with them in a whole form, and that's how they learn the language. So when we are dealing with literacy and language, we will start the process in the same way. We will start with, for example, river. So let's start to find out R, that is river, R, R. So that's how the process should be. River is there and R is the sound that we have, right? Now can you share words with the sound R?
Well, it's ret, R-A-T, ret.
Yeah.
And radio.
Radio, exactly. So you can ask such question with your learner, that how many sounds or how many words you can find in in your maybe learning center or
Right.
outside the learning center, and you can come up with words. They will also understand that there are placement of that particular word in the beginning, at the initial and at the end.
Okay.
And you may ask the names of people that start with a letter. So that's how we can go on.
So I think, ma'am, it was amazing program, and we today learned a lot of things. We understood a lot of things, how the storybooks can help our learners and our viewers to actually educate themselves and how they can bring change in the society as well. Being a human being, it's their basic and moral responsibility as well. Thank you so much, Ms. Yachana ma'am, for joining in this program and explaining our viewers so beautifully today's topic and today's program. Thank you, Yachana ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, so this is me, Deepak Mishra, wrapping up this program with the commitment. We'll come once back again on next Wednesday at 11 a.m. with another topic with the guest, and we will be learning, discussing, and teaching a lot of things. Till the time, take care of yourself and keep smiling, keep learning, keep watching PME Vidya channels. Namaskar.